Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth, and fancy seeing you here in June. A very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching, and welcome to Thursday's edition of the dceu Daily. If you're feeling charitable, please smash the subscribe button and the like button, and please follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. So before we start on the theme of today's going to be a shorter video because I've done a 50-minute video in the past 2 days and a 40-minute episode yesterday of the dceu Daily, and they do take a long time to upload. So we're going to shorten things up today and just kind of brief out what's been going on in the past couple of days. But first, look at this. This leaked online a couple of days ago, and I do apologise. I did forget to show it to you. Yes. What do we think? Mr. Lord is in a bit of trouble there. Wonder Woman has got her whip. What is it called? I forgot what it's called. Anyway, she's got him wrapped up. And what you don't see there in another sequence is Cheetah, a.k.a. Barbara Manova, is holding onto it as well. Now, this is in the White House. Now, watching the ping pong flicks with Chris Wong Svensson, he made a great point. It does look like that Patty Jenkins is trying to kind of inspire an Easter egg from Superman 2, where Zod and the three villains of Krypton actually crash the White House and take it over. She did that as well with Wonder Woman. She did try and give us some Superman the movie Easter eggs. She's a big fan of Dick Donner and what he did with Superman as well. So that's pretty cool. So is all good publicity in terms of the Snyder Cut good publicity? It is. We may not see that. So when we see like Fandom Wire doing a hit piece, right, and a video saying that we're never going to see the Snyder Cut, that Snyder and us, the people fighting for this film, are bullying poor old Warner Brothers, again, leave it to Chris Wong Svensson from Ping Pong Flicks to come up with a great kind of analogy. And this is what he said, that actually Warner Brothers are a multi-trillion-dollar company, and they're feeling intimidated and bullied by little old us. Wow. Wow. Are we doing it? Does that mean we're doing a good job? I don't want to start saying we're bullies and that's a good thing, because I don't think it is. But I don't think we're bullying them. We're telling them you did something so wrong, so immoral. You released a bad version of Justice League, and there's an awesome Justice League there that people have dreamt about all their lives when they read the comics and watched the animated TV series. And why not release it? I think when Zack Snyder sees things like this, he doesn't get upset, he doesn't get angry, he thinks, this is good. Every time the Snyder Cut is mentioned, it's good. So this guy for Fandom Wire doing this hit piece thinks he's being clever. He's doing it for his own ends. He's doing it to make money, get super chats. He wants people to hate him. He wants people to keep on talking about him. So I'm not going to mention his name anymore. We saw what happened on Twitter yesterday with Film Gob. Film Gob pretty much saying he wasn't going to do a video about it. And then and then the Fandom Wire guy getting in with him. Basically, I noticed he only responds to the kind of the big deals, the people with big platforms within the release the Snyder Cut community. That says a lot about him. He's trying to make money. There's lots of other accusations going on about him as well, which I don't want to get into. But basically, this is all good for the release the Snyder Cut, Zack Snyder's Justice League. This is good for the campaign. This is great for our movement. The more kind of times it's hashtagged and talked about, it's great for Zack. And, you know, if Warner Brothers are not happy about it being mentioned and us going on and on about it and us pushing for it, that's really their problem. They could have stopped it at any time. Zack's showing images that they own. Why haven't they stopped it? Then obviously, clearly not that upset about it. So, yeah, Chris Wong Svensson coming up with some really great calming, logical analogies there. Well done, Chris, for not losing it like I did. And it's very, very difficult, isn't it? When someone you see as an ally like Zack and someone you believe in is being attacked constantly, and our movement and our people are being attacked constantly, it's very, very difficult not to go on the offensive, on the defensive. But what I would say about hit pieces like this, it's all good. As long as we don't start believing what they're saying. I do believe elements of what he was saying were true. He just mashed it up into his own little version to make it sound worse. Nobody said there was going to be a secret kind of, all of a sudden there was a secret launch of the Snyder Cut. Nobody said that. It's pretty obvious what's going on over at Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers have seen the light. Warner Brothers understand that the Snyder Cut means dollar signs and loads of it. Millions and millions and hundreds of millions of dollars. The problem is Zack wants to go back and change things and add things, right? And they say, well, you know what, mate? You've got a 3.5 hour, 4 hour piece here that you've literally got music on and you've pretty much, polished up the effects. We don't mind you kind of, garnering the effects to look even more presentable. We'll give you money for that. But we're not going to give you money to start adding new scenes. No, we're not going to give you $20 million. We're not going to give you 40, 50, 60. If you want this piece to be released, release it, but as is. And as I said, CGI budget is something different. They're happy to give that in. That's what I'm being told. What Warner Brothers don't want, absolutely, is for Zack to start kind of reshooting bits and having to cost them more money. I think they're stupid. I think they're stupid because I believe we are globally in a situation, as I said yesterday, where everyone wants to see this. Especially the people who hate Zack, hate his content. They're all kind of intrigued about it. We all are. We all want to see this. Everyone's talking about it, whether it's positive or negative. And as I've just said, right, it doesn't matter how the stories come out, how the videos come out, what kind of narrative they come with, negative or positive. It's all good for us, the movement. And brilliant for Zack to get this released because controversy makes money. And the fandom wire guy is making money out of controversy, right? This is a desperado. This guy was part of Screen Junkies. This guy's a pioneer. This guy's a very clever lad. But he was accused of something. Again, I don't want to go into it. I know a lot of people are bringing that up and using it against him. I'm not surprised. I'm not going to tell you what you can and can't do. But morally, I don't think that's right. I don't know if it's true or if, these alleged offences happen. But he was cancelled because of that. And he's a very desperate young man right now. And it's a shame, really, because, as I say, he creates some great content for Screen Junkies. So it's a shame that he's had to go out on his own. And he's not creative enough anymore to come up with something more original. Do research as a journalist. Don't come out, start triggering fans. I'm trying to recall what an element of what he said to Film God, which was, oh, yeah, but it's never going to happen. How are you going to film it? It's never going to happen. It's never released and it's never announced. Ha, 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 ha. It's like you're blatantly trolling us now, mate. You're blatantly being cruel. And that's not very nice and that's not good for him. So he may do a little bit of money out of this and do well for a little bit and get some attention and footfall and spike on his platform. But that attention will go in a week's time. It's like the Ezra Miller thing, as I said to you. April Fool's joke that they made a big deal out of. They knew it was an April Fool's joke. It was trending for 2 or 3, 4 days. Now it's all forgotten. It's over. Forget what Fandom Wire are saying. Forget what comicbook.com are saying. You do not lose your job over an April Fool's joke. And this is where we are. So I would calm down if I were all you lot, as I have now, and think that no matter of the hit pieces, no matter if it's positive or negative, anything that mentions the Snyder Cut, release the Snyder Cut and Zack Snyder's Justice League is a great thing. Retweet it. Let them keep on going. In fact, sometimes getting in on them is good because it keeps it going. Anything that keeps this movement going and hashtag release the Snyder Cut and Zack Snyder's Justice League is a good thing. What do you think, though? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Do you get upset when people are being negative about Zack Snyder? Comment down below. Like, share and subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow with even more DCEU Daily. See you again soon.